Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another live session with Global Education and Training Institute under the hashtag Disruptive Education Movement, a series initiated by GETI under the whole soul vision with this whole soul vision of Dr. Gandhi to transform education by sharing ideas for change. And we at GETI, we are committed to teachers training and professional development to facilitate learning, teaching, and sharing wonderful ideas and next practices with the world. As you all know, so far we have conducted more than 1100 sessions on this forum. Every time we are inviting people from across the globe, the education leaders from around the globe, to deliberate and discuss. And so we are back again with our esteemed guest, Dr. Ananda Prabhu, who is the principal of Gandhian High School in Secunderabad. Well, Dr. Ananda Prabhu has studied in the Kasturba Co-Educational School, which was established by his father, by Mr. Acharya Kesari Hanuman. And right from toddler age, Dr. Ananda Prabhu was exposed to the spiritual activities. He listened to various simple stories, bhajans, kirtans, and divine music. Thus, the seed of philosophical inquiry was sown. And then he studied in various schools and colleges, and he treats not only as a father but as ultimate and highest good. Well, moving ahead, uh, as said, this Gandhian school was established, was founded by Dr. Prabhu's father in the year 1963, and he intended that his son should carry out his vision of teaching with service motto, and that's what Dr. Ananda Prabhu followed and followed the instructions of his father and continued to work as the head of the institution. And in spite of many opportunities inviting him to come and serve in the colleges and educational institutions, he continued in the school. Well, today it's an honor to have him on this forum with us, and he will be talking on the topic that says ratification of learning. So, without much ado, I would request Sir to please take over the session. And once again, a very warm welcome to you on this forum of Getting. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mrs. Prerna Arora, and thank the GETI International Services, that's going on over the globe. And it's a great pleasure for me to start my talk on ratification of education. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good morning, everyone. We all came into this beautiful world all alone. And we go out of this world alone. But we cannot live alone in this world. We need the association of men, material, and the world outside. Therefore, education is more important for every individual to fill up the gap between the birth and the death. Education is not just reading, writing, doing arithmetic, thinking, and completing the syllabus in the various courses, but it is the purpose for which every individual has come onto this globe. Education is already perfect in every student. It's very important and very much needed for the teachers, educators, parents to identify the perfection that is available in the student and provide opportunity to promote it. It is not just a course, 1 year course or 2 years course or 3 years course, or in a school 10 years course where the individual is being pruned or made into a citizen. But education is a powerful tool with which any nation can blend the young minds to become the useful citizens of the future nation. The wealth of the future human resource is available in the schools and colleges today. Just as you see the huge personality or the huge banyan tree is available in a small seed, and the seed has to be sown and germinated and taken all the care for the small plant to come out of the earth, and then uh, the shoot has to develop into a small stem and the branches and the leaves and then later on flowers and fruits and so on. Similarly, the great personalities are hidden in every individual who is born on this earth. Now, due to COVID, there has been a gap between the formal learning. The students were not going to the schools, colleges, and university, and many of them had the online learning, which would be very comfortable to a very less percentage of population. But many of them have two things. One is chronological age and the mental age. The mental age is the one which is holding the raw material of education within him. Every individual is born with a cause, but they are made into a certain personality with the system of education. In general, the schools, we teach them the tools of education, that reading, writing, and doing arithmetic, thinking, and so on and so forth. He uses these tools to excavate the hidden uh, treasure that is there within him, which you call it as an education. Education is the purpose for which he is born and lives for a number of years. It is said that education starts in the mother's womb and ends in the grave. Therefore, it is very much needed for every teacher or every educationist to understand the meaning of education, the direction of education, the purpose of education, and the aim of education. Therefore, the individual who lost the opportunity of going with the formal education for these 20 months or 18 months, okay, but the mental treasure, the intellectual treasure, or the purpose for which he has come into this world is not lost. Therefore, what is advocated is we have to project the opportunities, facilities, and also identify the capacities of every student. Suppose if the student is very good in science or mathematics or in engineering or in business, he has the quality within him. A man who is very much interested in the business may not love the engineering, or he may not love the music. Therefore, he should be given the opportunities to unfold. The direct exposure is needed for him to be very free and comfortable in bringing out the best that is there within him. Because education is the only system which travels from life to life also. The child at the age of 5 years or 10 years will definitely reflect what he has learned in the previous life. If he has not learned, then he'll have to start again. That when you see the child prodigy, the child exhibits all the wealth of information which he had learned in the previous life, which is said. Therefore, the new educational policy or new educational system should try to reflect these facts in the educational life. Direct exposure is needed for the child to work on these principles and bring out the best that is hidden in him. The various atmospheres which are being created may directly expose. It is said that learning by doing, learning by seeing, learning by listening, learning by experiencing. Because every individual has the uh, input devices and output devices in the personality of the individual. Means the information from the world goes into the mind of the uh, student through eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. And this mental development plus the previous data which he had carried from the previous life or the qualities that he has to become a great personality in the life will definitely help him to go to the next higher order of life. But if a student is made only to complete the syllabus that is prescribed by an agency or by a group of people, will definitely have a difference with the people who are imparting education in the colleges, schools, and the educational system, which is totally different today, is making the student lose interest in education. Some are working only for the sake of the marks, scores, ranks, and better job. But that is limiting his personality development. Education is that which make him multiple of what he is today. For example, if a mother elephant asks the baby elephant, why don't you fly like an eagle in the sky, or sparrow, or pigeon? See how beautifully they are. And the baby elephant says, Mama, I am trying my level best, but I am not finding interest, but still I will try. Same thing is happening through our present system of education, is we are trying to feed the students with the irrelevant topics, irrelevant syllabus, and uninterested uh, programs or curriculum to the student. Thereby, the student is wasting a precious time of his age. Now, these couple of months that he has been staying at home will reflect different dimensions, whether he was really interested in learning, or he was relaxing, or he was wasting time. But literally, when he comes back, if he is made to do an activity oriented learning, he will definitely bring out the best possible. I recently drafted a small formula, e to the power of 4, that is, explore. The student should be given enough opportunity to explore the possibility of works through learning in the atmosphere outside his house. Explore those secrets of his taste and his aptitudes. Exploration will definitely give him a way to ratify all that he has lost during this particular period. After exploring, after identifying his capacities, after identifying his interest in the direction of work, he should be given an opportunity to exercise. The vocational training or the thinking and working on the policies or his own capacities will definitely lead him to the best way possible to exercise much, explore, and exercise. When definitely he works on the interest that he has on the subject with the guidance of the teacher, with the guidance of the experienced personalities, maybe the parents or the people from society, will enrich him to do much more and much more. And he develops a new dimension, which he calls it as an experience. Experience is the outcome of exercise. Exercise is the outcome of exploration. And when he really exercises and experiences, he will definitely enjoys the bliss or the purpose for which he has been working. Therefore, the mind has to be filled with those concepts, with those ideas which he can absorb, which he can digest, which he can learn, and which he can enjoy. This is how the new policy of education or new system of education can make the child to prune his own personality, because he has come with that particular wealth, like a seed. A big banyan tree carries all the characters, all the systems of becoming a huge banyan tree. But through grafting and other things, if it is made to bring a mango tree or a tamarind tree, probably it may not succeed. Therefore, the learning is nothing but a regular activity 24 by 7, 365 days, and throughout the learn. He should be equipped with the needed tools of education, needed atmosphere uh, for the education, and needed guidance by the teacher and educationals for education, because we need to produce these citizens as a gift to the nation. The nation is not what you call it is not just a place, or it is not a boundaries, geographical sketch. A nation is nothing but the individual citizens who are trying to contribute back to the nation, what you call city, or state, or the country, or the nation. And these people, or these raw material, or raw human beings, are available in the schools and colleges. They should be made to think, interact, to work, to walk, and in whatever dimension he loves, he should be made. Definitely, what all he has lost is not lost, but he will regain, because the mental energy synchronized with the chronological energy, and chronological energy will definitely support the mental energy to unfold the skills. But if the student is made to corner in completing the contents of a textbook or a syllabus, then he may reach to certain height, and whereas others not. So therefore, I feel whatever the COVID stagnation took place, and the what do you call the limitations of this bookish information uh, will push him aside and entertain him to do the best things that is possible. And every educationist and every educational organization, school, college, or university, and in general, every adult has a responsibility to support the young generation in pruning his behavior. A sculptor sees a rock, but he will not see the rock. He will see this statue that is available in the rock. And he takes his tools and removes unwanted stone, and a beautiful statue comes out of it, which has a greater value and greater attraction and greater explanation. In Indian temples, a lot of carving is being done, which are the eternal educational aids for the coming generation. It's not just an exhibition to go there and worship and then come back. But they are all the educational aids forever. Similarly, a statue is hidden in a rock in the form of statue plus unwanted rock. The sculptor removed the unwanted rock and brought out the beautiful statue. Similarly, an excellent personalities are hidden in the school going children and college students. If unwanted behavior, attitudes, temptations, disturbances are removed, a beautiful personalities will definitely come out. The values, the virtues should be incorporated or made to experience is the love, the obedience, the tolerance, sacrifice, adjustability, respect, concern, regard. If all these things are incorporated in the present system of education and also is made to learn by doing it, he will definitely feel his own ego feels happy that I could achieve what I wanted. So therefore, my appeal to all the educationists, the teachers, the lecturers, the professors, the curriculum planners, the textbook writers, and the syllabus makers to synchronize with the reality of the excellent human resource is available in the school, and they are learning only to contribute back to the nation as great acharyas, great scientists have contributed to the world. And India, in particular, has been contributing much to the world or the human uh, wealth all over the globe. So, and the time is the one which runs only in one direction. And educational opportunities also are one, just like the river in the water in the river is not same the very next second. The time also gives every opportunity, every emotion, every strength, energy, mental energy, physical energy to receive the knowledge. And the knowledge received by these input devices, that is eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin, and the mental energy, what we call dictates from inside, and the organs of action, that is the mouth, the hands, the legs, the excretory and reproductive organs, should reflect in producing a great nation and contribution to the humanity. And I'm really very happy and thankful to GETI, who is doing a wonderful services, and my salutations to uh, Mrs. Sunita Gandhi and her father, who have been doing wonderful services for the cause of education and to recolor, restructure, and reproduce the great personalities to this nation. And I'm thankful to all of you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And a big thanks for taking out time and joining us on this forum today. It was a beautiful session that you highlighted. Education is not just reading, writing, or completing the syllabus, as you said. This is not the purpose. I think it's much more than that. Our education system can help people lead happier, fulfilling lives by teaching them to be aware of their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's said by one of the famous personality. And education is one of the vital segments for a person's prosperity. It can shape one's life the correct way. But it's not limited till the grades, till securing marks and completing the syllabus. And now the NEP also focuses on this side, the shift towards that every student must attend this program to succeed, but has introduced the vocational courses as well. And I think this is a very positive step towards nation building and growth, where the focus areas are to cultivate the 21st century skills among students, and I think we are somewhere preparing them for future, because just focusing on the the syllabus and their subjects, making them expert, is not sufficient. A question can come like, what if they go out and be a part of the real world, and they have terrible experience in their life, for example their first job, or with minimal skills of resilience or coping with problems, uh, how they will manage, or if they are a brilliant doctor for that matter, however, how are they going to deal with it? I think far too long there has been this gap, that what students are learning in the classrooms and what the world outside actually requires. So somewhere this gap will definitely be filled, as the NEP, the new education policy, is already here, and that's what we are hoping for. So I think it was a wonderful session, sir. We are very happy to have you, and thanks a lot
Thank
once
you.
again on behalf of our entire team
Thank you.
for sparing time for
Thank
us.
you.
And all the viewers, thank you so much for joining. In case you have any questions in your mind, or any thoughts that you would like to share or ask Dr. Prabhu, you can definitely post it in the comment sections. We'll definitely try to answer them as soon as possible. So, yes, with this, we come to an end to this wonderful session. Thank you, sir, once again. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Stay
Thank you
safe.
very much.
Take care. Thank you, sir.